All right, guys, welcome to the first 10-minute training. I wanted to make sure that you can see the proper screen. Hopefully you see my lender's office pipeline and not my email. Somebody can confirm that real quick. That'd be great. Feel free to type it. Stephen, I'm counting on you, brother. All right, great. All right, so we are confirmed. Today we're going to make it as quick as possible for you. We want to just cover filling out the 1003 and printing that bad boy out. We're also briefly, before we get started on that, going to show you how to export a loan from Point and then input it into lender's office. Just in case you need to do that, there may be some deals you've started on at Point and you want to transfer over. This will show you how to do that. Also, you may have received, hopefully, an email about a little contest. If you pay attention during the training, fill out a 1003 based on a handwritten that we're going to send you, and get that back to us. There is a contest going on. The details are in your email. Okay, so first I'm going to hop into Point. This should take just a second. I've got a loan here. I want to get this information into lender's office. The way I do that is I go to File, Export to, Fannie Mae 3.2. And I'm going to want to save that someplace where I remember. And I'm sure many of you have done something similar. I'm just going to call this, wow, that's a horrible name, Barzac, and save it. Tells me I exported it, great. Now I go back to my lender's office pipeline. And there is actually a convenient link here on the left-hand side called Import Loans. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to select folder here, and this, I'm going to basically search, find the folder where I saved that F&M file. I know I have it saved here in the A-Birch file, so OK. And I'm going to click Show Files. Down here, it's going to show anything that came from Calyx, and I'm going to choose this one, Barzac. Loan status, loan open, that's fine. I'm going to choose the branch. You know, whatever branch corresponds to you, you'll pick that. I'll pick San Diego. And I want to pick a template. Again, you're going to pick a branch-specific template that corresponds with your loan type. Thinking conventional purchase, that sounds good. I don't really recall what it was, but you want to make sure that it matches what your loan is. And something else important is to assign the loan officer. As you can see, I've been kind of auto-filled in a bunch of these babies. I'm going to just show you how you do that. You want to click on Assign, search for the person, and the PML version of the user will be going away, but you want to search the pick the non-PML version and start your import. Should take just a second. Import finished, great. Okay, so that is getting a file from Calyx to lender's office, and you'll notice down here it shows you your loan number, and it says successful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now we're starting to task 2, which is creating the 1003 and printing it. Here again on your pipeline screen in lender's office, you want to click on Create Loan. Now, this is what a loan officer might do, or even a processor if you're starting from scratch. You've got the handwritten 1003, and you want to get it into the system. So we create a loan. We're going to choose a template again. I'm going to choose, let's just say, conventional purchase for the branch that corresponds to me. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to get rid of the screens that I don't really need here. On the left-hand side, you can kind of minimize these folders. I'm interested in loan info. I'm interested in subject property. And I'm interested in borrower info. If you'd like to save a particular layout, down here at the bottom, Save Menu Layout, and it'll pop up that way every time. So on loan info, start on this loan info. Now, a lot of this will populate from the template that you chose, so that'll save you some time. This is one method of filling out the 1003. There's another that we use to double check the info. I'll show you that you may prefer because of the flow. It's kind of up to you. Let's see. So we just go down through here, verify things that are filled in. Got the loan number, it's a purchase, primary res, all that good stuff. Let's do a little purchase price of $350. Might help if I use a number lock. Because the market's doing so great, it appraises at $375. And we're going to do a loan amount of $280. I believe these folks live in Indiana. And let's see here. So note rate 5%. Okay. Bear with me just a second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to dig up. We've got actually some bogus borrowers that CBC provided with Social Security numbers, and I'm going to use them to fill out this application. Allows you to pull in kind of a fake credit report eventually when we go over that, which is a nice way to kind of test what's going on. Okay, so back to this, property detached, hazard insurance. Put that down here. You can do a dollar amount or a percentage, and property taxes obviously are here based on the purchase price. If there's an HOA, you would do it here, mortgage insurance, things of that nature, and it does give you the monthly PITI here. On the left-hand side, you can click to go to the next screen, or you can do it up here on the tab. I would like to save the changes. It's going to prompt you to do that each time you change screens. So if you don't want to save it, obviously hit cancel. This does not apply to this particular loan, but this is where you would deal with the MIP if you needed to. And then if there was any secondary financing, this is the screen just below or to the right on the tabs where you would input that information. So move on to subject property. Description is 15415 Broomfield Court. And you can just put in the zip code here and it'll automatically populate the rest of it for you. Or it should. And let's say this bad boy was built in 1980. Legal description, it's a house, like a type, project name, flood zone, all that good stuff is there for you. If there's any rental income on the property, you can do that on the next screen here. Doesn't apply, but this would be a spot that you could enter that in. Then you move on to borrow info. And I believe we're looking at Stephen J. House Buyer. Input the social. Date of birth, guy was born on April Fool's Day, 1980. He went to several years of school, couldn't figure out what he wanted to do for a career. He is married. He decided to focus on himself and not have any kids, but you would enter those in if that applied. Right there, telephone, work phone, and email. His present address, 100, he lives on Main in San Diego. Don't know why he's moving to Indiana. Could be for work. Let's see here, he's lived here. He owns it and he's lived here for 3 years. So hopefully this is, making sense to you. It's pretty straightforward. He's married to the lovely Teresa, who also is lucky enough to have a Social Security number, which you will enter here. And she was also born on April Fool's Day, but a year before. And her dad didn't believe that women should go to college, so she didn't go to any school, actually. She's a very smart lady. Okay, they're married. She doesn't have any children that she knows of. And strangely enough, they have the same exact cell phone or home phone and work numbers, which you would enter here. Okay. She also lives on Main with her loving husband. For 3 years. Okay, great. So now we'll go on to the employment. And you can see we got borrow employment and co-borrower employment. He works for Countrywide. Address is not important. City, San Diego. He's been there for 3 years. He's been doing this for 3.2 years, and he's the boss. Okay. If you needed to add additional employment, you could do that down here by hitting Insert. And it will allow you to enter additional employment. Co-borrower, same deal. She works at Target. Who cares about the address? San Diego. She's been there for 5 years. Profession, she's been doing this for 12, and she's also the boss. Again, if you want to insert additional employment, insert right there. Monthly income. He makes 5. She makes 5. Needed to do overtime, bonuses, things of that nature, they're all here. Other income is down here below. Okay. There are calculators here that can help you if the guy knows, hey, I make $50,000 per year, but I don't know what I make monthly. It'll do that. I'm sorry. What am I doing? Annually. Yearly. You make $500,000 actually. It'll give you the monthly. If you make 50, a more reasonable figure for a Countrywide employee, it'll give you the monthly there. Nice little tool. On to liabilities. Most of you are probably going to use a credit report, if not all, to populate this. If you wanted to manually input them for some strange reason, you could do that. You would just, same thing, you would go down here and click on Insert, put in all the information, and it would save it here in a list. Again, you will be most likely using your credit report to populate these to save you time and ensure accuracy. I believe that's tomorrow's training, if I'm not mistaken. Assets, you know, the deposit of 10,000. He's got 300 grand in retirement funds, 3 million, extra 0. You can go to the REO section from here. Insert property. We'll go ahead and use it. They're going to hold on to their current property as a rental property. Actually, you know what? Let's have them sell it. And we'll go to Safar. Too much hassle to do a rental property from that far away. Couldn't find a decent property manager. So we're going to go pending sale. And save. And that'll pop up right in there. Okay, present housing expense, you can throw that bad boy in there. And then when we're all done, we've saved several times, we're going to go to print. And this gives you actually everything you could possibly print. We're going to look at the legal size 1003. I like to preview it. What that does is open it as a PDF. You can save it. You can print it. You know, obviously email it once you save it. You just want to go through here and look, make sure everything jives. I'm sure you've all seen this before. Okay. That concludes our training for today. Actually, you know what? Let me show you one more thing before we go. The other view on the 1003. So this is also where you can throw in the vesting and things of that nature. There's a couple small things that are not covered by that path that we took. You want to go into the forms, loan 1003, and it gives you all 4 pages. Again, this is another way you can complete the 1003 if you prefer the flow. So it looks a little more like the 1003 as it scrolls down. You've got 4 pages here. All this information will be cross-linked to the information we put in earlier. And of course, you've got declarations here. Hopefully these little short meetings will clear up any confusion on the pages or on the different steps. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a good rest of the day.